Guys, welcome back to Tim's Trades. This one's slightly different. I want to look at when alt season, because everyone's shilling it on X at the minute. When the fuck is alt season coming in? Yeah, nobody knows. Everyone's kind of hoping it's now, and so I thought I'd decide to dive back into ETH BTC and a bit of Bitcoin dominance to see if there's anything to see. I've studied these charts for flipping ages, and they're really difficult. You're not really getting much from it. It's random. You're not trying to trade an asset, although it's Ethereum against Bitcoin. It doesn't work like I would say like a typical asset. So what I've gone and I want to pare it back and get into this sort of, zoom out and look at the kind of very simple structure. And I think that's kind of crucial. We do it with the totals, and it's effective, so we can do it here. So I'm on a 2 week, and I want to just look at areas of support and resistance and see what we can see. So ideally we're just looking along, areas where prices being stopped, for example, whether it's to the upside or the downside. And so you can quite clearly see that. In this case, this was our first top. That broke through and then became support. Not once, twice, and then broke through. This is an important level. Yep, and you can see we just broke through that in current price action. So it's broken through a key level. Ethereum weakness is shown right here. It lost what technically should have been support, given it was resistance for such a long time. All right, so let's look underneath that then, because we're zooming in, and we can go right to the bottom here and see if this lines up. And it not perfectly, but certainly it's a key area. You can see that support back there, also with support here before it got moving again. And you can do it right in the center here as well, to kind of break up this center region. Call it a liquid zone, it isn't, I guess, but you can see there's important areas here. Support, resistance, support breaks through. This is an important area. You can see it bumping here, so on and so forth. So I am going to put my neck on the line and say, look, nothing is going to happen until at least ETH BTC drops back down to 0.026, right? And let's just drop a wee rectangle right across this area, And to give kind of sort of further confluence to this, we can actually add Bitcoin dominance. And I just went ahead for, I don't like long videos, let's keep it quick. I went and did the same with Bitcoin dominance down here, and I inverted the scale. So it follows, right? It's the same, what you're seeing is an inverted look at Bitcoin dominance on the 2 week. Did exactly the same process, looked across support and resistance. And you can see that we're lining up here nicely for Bitcoin dominance to run concurrently to a similar kind of area here, right? We've got the center area where price was important. And so if and when Bitcoin dominance reaches, I would say, about 64% or thereabouts, then you were going to see some difference. But until then, I don't think anything happens. I think Bitcoin runs hard, and then poor old Ethereum, is laggard up behind, and likely, therefore, a real push on our alts is not until that happens. So you just keep an eye on these areas, guys. That's what I am seeing. That's what I am thinking. Very quickly, we can do a wee bit of short-term price action on the Bitcoin. This is a kind of chart I'm working on here. This is the 1 hour, so I'm pretty zoomed in here, guys, and here's our lows here. I have kind of zoomed into current price action, and I was looking for a pullback. We're getting that. The question is whether that's finished or not, and it's certainly getting stuck right here on the 0.5 from this last wick low to the current high. It's found support here. Technically, I'd quite like to see it come a bit lower, down to near about 103k. Just given this, structure here, we have got some bearish divergences forming. We've got it on the 2 hour. Come on, could argue that's played out, and I don't think it's any higher than that. So there's not any nothing really strong kind of compel an idea that Bitcoin's going to come deeper. It could very well just dig in here and then grind out higher. We'll wait and see how the day pans out and when markets open. I'm in the UK, and it's only 9:30 in the morning, so we'll see how this pans out. Could come up, but these little yellow fibs are just giving me an idea of resistance on the way back, and I've got this stupid wee trend line. I tend not to use them, but I feel like if Bitcoin tries to break out of here, let's say on a 2 hour, and hold above this trend line, it's an idea that maybe it is done and it's kind of swinging back around. We'll see. I would be more interested in it breaking back out of this 0.5 here at 105 in a bit. You can see it's on the pink ones as well, so watching for that ideally, or price coming lower, and I'm going to certainly start picking up some buys here and buy in. If we start to lose this low here on maybe a 4-hour close, then it's coming deeper, and it's going to be a longer range here before we decide to retest the highs. So that's my thoughts on the short term and when alt season. Hope you liked it. If you do, subscribe, hit the like button and all that jazz. Alright, cheers.